Good morning, fellow fluff subbers. We're going to do the basics this morning, just so that you know what you're doing, what you need, and all that sort of thing before we start, okay? So, I have got the wire, 1.6 mil. We need at least maybe 4 meters. So if you haven't got that, go get it. We also need these pipe cleaners. Sparkly ones are best. If you can't get sparkly, get any. We use that to wrap around the wire so that the fluff sticks to the wire. Although you can do it without, it is a complete pain in the bum, so I recommend that you do it. The other thing we're going to need is some wire cutters of some description. Those are those. They're just little cheap ones, and they're really good because you can also use the end, or the big ones, doesn't matter what size, but you can use the end to curl the ends of the wire. And this is my top health and safety tip to you. As soon as you've cut that wire, you bend the end over. That way we do not have eye on a stick, because eye on a stick is never ever pretty. Okay, so there we go, we've curled that wire. I'll do that again for you with another little bit of wire. Oh, it's already got, it's curled. I'll cut it off. Okay, so watch. What we do at the end, we just wrap it around on itself, yeah? And now it's curled and it can't hurt anybody. Okay, so that's that bit. The next bit that I have to show you is the 3 needle felting tool. Okay, if you've ordered the tool and the needles, this is how it will come. Be careful when you take it apart, so hold it, pull this away, this side away from you. Okay, there are the needles inside. A word on the needles: if you have a needle felting foam block or something like some kind of sponge, even like a bath sponge, that will do, and always put your needles inside that. As everyone who knows, who's ever been on one of my courses, I am neurotic about this. They are incredibly sharp, they are barbed, and they are nasty. I have had one of these up and underneath my kneecap, and believe me, it is not an experience I want anybody else to ever have. Okay, so you put those in your foam as soon as you have stopped using it, especially if it's a single needle. It goes straight back in your foam, and I always put it in sideways like that, so that if you lean on the foam, nobody gets poked or spiked or anything horrible. The other thing you need to know is that there are barbs on the end of this needle. Oh, it's really blurry, I'm so sorry. But there are barbs on the end of this needle, and that's how the fibres lock together. So if you are at your very beginning, just remember that where you poke, it drags the fibres in. So it's the equivalent of pushing your finger in. You push your finger in the direction of where your needle is going, that is the direction that the fibres will start to go. Okay, so just keep that in mind as well. The next thing is how to put these tools together. So they come in 3 parts. You've got that part, the handle, and another bit there. And this bit, which bit? This bit has holes in it. And what you do is you get your needles and you put them in those holes. 1, 2, 3. And it is fiddly. As you can see, it's fiddly. 1, 2, 3. And first time it does take a bit of pushing, because I just drilled in China and they haven't had the little bits of burry wood put out. So that's one side of the handle. We then not separate it, we compress it together with the other side of the handle, and then we put that on top. And I recommend that you turn it around like that and you give it a tap on the table like that. So you put your fingers either side so you're not going to harm yourself, and tap it on the table like that. So this is your 3 needle tool. Sometimes we'll need 1 needle, sometimes we'll need 3, but I'll kind of show you as we go along. Okay, so I think that's about it for today, and I will see you in the next couple of days with things that we need to do, and yeah, I think that's it. Okay, bye.